All right, good morning, everyone. I'm Michael Johnson, and today we'll be going over the Mewlo app. Is the app that I developed. Some of the things that we'll talk about in this presentation today will be the background, so a little bit about myself, and then we'll discuss the technologies that I use when developing this app. Some of the app features is where we'll take a break from the presentation and dive into the app itself and click around, have a little fun. And then also at the end, we'll discuss the future plans that I have for the app and things that I want to implement. So we'll dive right in and get into the background. So before devCodeCamp, I was in the military where I was in the US Air Force as an intelligence analyst, and I did that for 6 years. Now in the Air Force is where I met my friend Jordan. He was a software engineer. He was also in the military as well. We was in the same squadron, and he got out and he became a software engineer. And he introduced me to the career field and invited me up to the Twitter campus, and I've been inspired ever since. However, I had 2 more years left in the military after that. So once I completed my 2 years, I came back and found devCodeCamp, and they basically gave me all the tools and the technology, and I learned so much through them, and it helped me get through this course and also develop this Mewlo app that we're about to see here in the future. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next slide. So Mewlo is the app that we're going to dive into here in just a little bit. But Mewlo, why Mewlo is basically the first two letters of music and the first two letters of lover. So Mewlo, music lover. And it's basically an app for young artists who are up and coming and need numbers, but not only just numbers, but actual real feedback in different cities based on, where they get their listens or, if they just want to see the numbers in a specific city and what they're doing. However, this is helpful for them because they can now come to, or when people reach out to them, they can discuss their budget or negotiate contracts. So this kind of gives them some wiggle room to kind of see where they're at in their career and how to improve that as well. So a very useful tool. And as for the fans, it's great because you can actually leave feedback that the artist can see personally. And it's just really amazing. So some of the technologies that we used, that I used for this developing this app was the Django REST framework, Python, JavaScript, React Bootstrap, CSS, HTML, MySQL, and Postman. Now, some of the things of note, like Django REST framework, basically use that for the authentication piece. So when you're logging in and logging out and making everything kind of personal to a specific user. Python is mostly the code I use in the backend. JavaScript, React, CSS, HTML, mostly on the front end. MySQL is where I stored all the information that you see here, like the user's name, their favorite instrument, is stored in a database. And in order to get to that database, I had to test those user endpoints in Postman. And that is all of the technologies that I use in this 10-day sprint to develop this app. So with that being said, we discussed all of that. Now let's dive into the app. So right off the bat, this is how you can log in. So once you log in, you'll see the home page, which is here. Once you click on the Mewlo sign, or once you first log in, or after you register for an account. So the first thing you can see here is you can search a song by a title. The next thing you can see are the reviews that each user has left. And you can scroll and see and read all the reviews for a certain song. You can, each user will type in their favorite instrument, how they rate the song, their favorite lyrics, the overview, and the actual song title itself. So we have a song here called Syntax, right? And the chosen one has reviewed Syntax and said that his favorite instrument was the drums, and the part where he goes, ooh, or sings. The song title, I'm not a singer, so, but the song title, syntax, and then overview, it was a great song by Bruno Saturn. So this is one of the cool things that you can see right off the bat is that you'll have like a lot of reviews that people who love music just as much as you do, leaving like plenty of reviews for all of the songs. So how would you leave a review? So you would click on the reviewer page, and here you can see you can search a song by a title if you can't remember. If you don't want to scroll and just review all the songs in a row, you can just search a song that you would like to see. And if we search syntax, then Bruno Saturn pops up with the song Syntax. It looks kind of familiar, but all right. So the next thing, so you see that you can search a song. You can see the song once you search it. And you can also see your reviews that you left for all the songs as well. So you can delete that review and you can update that review. So we can leave a review here. And we'll say that he's from Austin, Tennessee. His favorite lyrics is syntax. We'll say catch a syntax. Go. Favorite instrument, piano. And we're going to give this a 5. This song, then amazing. And once we submit, all the fields will go back to blank, and you can check your profile, and you can see here is your latest review. And once you update that, say for instance, you don't want the exclamation point and you actually want to give it a 4 out of 5, you can hit update and close. And once you refresh the page, you can see that it went from a 5 to a 4 and the exclamation point is gone. And let's say, for instance, you just overall changed your mind about the post, you can also delete it. But once you delete it, you would have to refresh. So that is something that I want to implement as well. Like you can see the changes as soon as you make it. So these are all the things that you can do on a reviewer's page. Now let's dive into the artist. So immediately on the left, you can see in bold, like hi and the chosen one, because I am the chosen one. Your overall rating score is a 72%. All right, so you can see this artist, the chosen one, has a 72% in everywhere on the earth. So say for instance, you can type in a city here to see the rating. So let's go Memphis. So his overall rating in Memphis is a 73%, and there are only 3 reviews. So in order to see this map and get venue suggestions, you would need a 70% or higher. So as you can see on the map with the red markers that indicate suggested venues, here you can scroll all over and see like, oh, okay, so I like this venue, and maybe you can look more into it and decide if you want to book it there or not. We can do another city, so Albany, New York. You can also see the reviews there as well, and you can see there's 70%, so barely, actually this is right at the threshold. So but there are 2 reviews from that city, and you can also see the suggested venues there once you click on them. So one of the challenges that I had with this on this page specifically was actually getting all of the artist reviews. So we can get all of the artist reviews, but sorting them from A to Z by city, or Z to A, so reverse, and then also by rating. And I was having that issue because I was using the sort method, and the sort manipulates that array. And if you decide to use that array again on another line, then it will be that sorted array and not the original array that was created. So it took me a while to figure out what was actually going on. And so I basically had to use a spread syntax in order to instantiate that original array on each line. So now you can see the ratings based on the cities from A to Z or from Z to A. or from 5 to 1, from 2, 1 to 5. So, and one thing about the artist as well, so if you look at the bottom of the page, you can enter your stage name, which will be, make the stage name Bruno Saturn. And let's just say the song title will be text again. And you would insert a video ID there, and you can put in what type of genre that it is, and the year the song released. So once you hit that submit button, you'll see once you go to a reviewers page, your video will pop up at the bottom here, and you can also search that as well. So, and that will be all for this presentation. So now we should dive in, go back to the presentation and go and talk about the future plans that I have. So I wanted to create a music recruiter page. So this is diving more into for the artists who are using this site, using this app, and if they wanted to get in touch with someone, or if they, wanted to know how they were really doing, or, if a music recruiter from a label wanted to request to schedule a meeting, I would probably add a request button here somewhere along the artist page that the music recruiter can see, and they can request their meeting as well. So I would probably send like create another page, and you can schedule a date and also insert a time on there, and that meeting will be instantiated, and you'll be able to see it on the music recruiters page, and also the artist will be able to see it as well. So that is all of the great and unique features that I have for the Mewlo app. So thank you for your time, and everyone have a fantastic day.